Hello, my name is Mindy Morin, Director of Rooms at the Fairmont San Francisco and graduate of California State East Bay. Today I want to chat with you about interviews. You only have one chance to make a first impression, and that's what's so important to remember when you're interviewing. First and foremost, the number one thing to remember is interview for something that you're passionate about. And you'll know you're passionate about it when you research it, you know what you're interviewing for, you understand the job, you're excited about the job, and you genuinely want the job. That's the first thing to remember. So on that first day, when you have your suit on, you're dressed up, ready for the best interview that you're ever going to have, you know what you're applying for. The number one question that everyone gets wrong when I ask is, why are you applying for this job? So working at a hotel, several people have obviously frequented the Fairmont Hotel. It's a beautiful, beautiful landmark in San Francisco, but that's not what I want to hear. I don't want to hear my family used to always come here for the holidays. I just love this hotel. It's such a beautiful hotel. Well, there's so many hotels in the city and so many jobs in San Francisco and all over the world. Why do you want this job? Is it because of the great restaurant? Is it because of the Tonga room? Is it because there's 591 guest rooms, 56,000 square feet of meeting space? Those are things you need to know, and they're easily accessible to you on the internet. The second thing to remember is to dress the part. Do you really want this job? Is your cell phone off? Is your suit pressed? Do you have a suit on? Are you 15 minutes early for the interview? Maybe take the opportunity to scout the place out. Every single time that I've applied for a restaurant job, even if it's a phone interview, I've not only researched, but I've also gone to the restaurant. It doesn't need to be a big extravagant meal, but go in for a cocktail, go in for a coffee, go in for an appetizer or dessert. This gives you an idea of, hey, do I really want to work at this place? Are these the people I want to surround myself with? And then also, you already have an upper hand to know a little bit about what you're applying for. Another really important thing to remember during an interview is to always have questions in mind. So that's always going to be the last thing normally that will be asked. So the process of interviewing can be long and tedious, but that's okay. Have a list of questions. Even if you're asking the same questions to different people and you're getting a little bit more clarification by saying, hey, I had chatted with Human Resources a little bit about the benefits, but I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about whatever it might be. But always have questions. Great questions that I like to hear are, why do you work for this company? How long have you been here? What have you done to get to where you are today? Those are really great questions. Another great question to think of is, where is this job going to take you? So as an example, when I had applied for a director of rooms position here at the Fairmont Hotel, the one question I asked is, where can I go from here? And what are the skills that I could take with me to my next job? Another question that I always ask, and I love answering as well in an interview, is, what do you see for this position? That's a big question because, again, an interview is almost like a first date. It's giving the employer an opportunity to see if this is a good fit, but at the same time, it's also giving you the opportunity to make sure that this is a right fit for you. There's so many great companies out there, but there's also so many great candidates. So what will set you above the rest of the candidates that are out there? So you've dressed the part, you have a new suit, a new tie, you've pressed your shirt, you're early, you know about the property or the whatever it is that you're applying for, you're excited about the position, you've researched it, you have a list of questions, you know it's going to be a long and very stressful day. The last thing to remember, after you've done all that, send a thank you card, call, send a quick email, individualize it, make sure to follow up. The one thing that I always remember from an interview, it's not just the suit, it's not just the first impression, but it's also how it closed. And it's also keeping in touch. So you might not be a great fit for the position right now. So you may get that call back. You may do all these things. You may send the thank you card, but you may get that call back that they've decided to go with an internal candidate or they've gone with another candidate. Well, ask the question, Would you please keep me in mind for future opportunities at the hotel? Or also ask, is there anything else that I could improve on for my interview skills, or maybe other skills that I need to obtain for this position? You're only going to learn by asking these questions. So get out there, get on the internet, Google where you're applying for, talk to people in the community, go for a visit, buy that suit, or dust it off and iron it, and get out there and make a really great first impression. Good luck and happy hunting!